How's it going? My name's Tim. I'm a BHS III with Substance Use Cares. I've been with the county for about a little over 3 months now. My journey starts back in the late 80s. Obviously, alcohol use, substance use. I come from a good family, but I chose to go out onto the streets and use and associate with other people like that, which opened up the door for a lot of legal issues that I got into in the 90s and stuff like that. I was offered program residential, outpatient, but for me, it took a long time. I wasn't ready at those times. I was always seeking treatment, to please my parents or the courts or other people. So every time I went, if something didn't go right, I didn't feel like being there, I would just leave. And it took me years, I went to a lot of different places. In 1998, I got involved in a legal situation and I was looking at a lot of time. And thank God I still had my parents around to help support me and be there for me. And luckily I was able to go to court. I got a lawyer, I beat the case. But in my eyes, that was my moment of clarity that this life's not working for me. The choices I made, the people I hung around with, the things I was doing. And I really believe that was the moment God came into my life and opened up the door to get involved for my spiritual life. And I was invited to a church, got to meet people, and people started giving me second chances in life, offering me opportunities in construction. I had no background whatsoever, no career. I was pretty much just a guy that had no vision of what I could be or where I could go. And I started working in construction. During construction, I dealt with a lot of, relapses and stuff people use in that field of work. And I had to come to a point to say, you know what, this is gonna lead me right back to all my other legal issues and losing family, friends, marriages and stuff like that. And so I finally came to a point where I was like, I'm done with using, man. And I just started, getting more serious about my career and getting better opportunities. The funny thing is, even though I got clean, I was still acting like an addict. So for me, I had to learn how to change the way I think, the way I act, my environments. And another thing in my life, I just recently found out in the last 4 years that I was diagnosed with bipolar, and that contributed a lot to my addiction and my behavior and my emotions. That led me into a lot of problems with my personal life, my legal life and stuff like that. So if there's anything I could tell anybody today is that recovery's real, no matter how you get to it. If you work it, good things happen from it, you know what I mean? We don't have to live with guilt and shame, but we can learn how to forgive ourselves. Come to the county, receive services that they offer, and before you know it, you may be working in this field as a counselor, a peer support. You may continue your education and become somebody, an administrator someday. So I would like to just encourage people that if I can do it, you can do it. And that there's so many resources out there nowadays that weren't made available back in the 90s. Take advantage of it. And I guarantee that if you start hanging out with people in recovery, you'll be the same person that's able to live the recovery. So with that, good luck and utilize these resources. Thank you.